Premier League midweek matches are back. Hello everyone and welcome back to FC. Hopefully you all are well and good because now it's time to talk about Premier League Gameweek 15 and preview and predict each and every fixture because I love to talk about Premier League and the football. So hopefully you all are well, you're good, and please guys do hit the like, subscribe, and always do let me know your prediction in the comment section and your thoughts because it really means a lot. Wolves against Burnley is a very good fixture to talk about, people, because it's a really exciting fixture. Wolves for me have been really good this season under Gary O'Neill, playing some really good football and getting some really good results. But these are the sort of games where they've struggled because they are also a side who have lost to Sheffield United this season, while Burnley destroyed Sheffield United 5-0 in the last game week, and they were beautiful. They were deserving of a win for the football they play under Vincent Company. But the points on the table are important, and now they've got that big win. They also had a win against Luton, but it's still not been a really good season. But this is the time for them to kick it off. For me, both sides overall are good footballing sides and two good managers, but I just think Wolves have enough quality in the attacking department. Burnley for me are still not defensively good. One match against the worst side in the league is not going to change that, and I think Wolves will have enough. I'm going with a high scoring Wolves winning this match, 3-2 for me. Luton Town against Arsenal, a big game for Luton Town at home and a big game for the Premier League leaders Arsenal because now they have a good lead over Liverpool and Manchester City. For them, it's about building it on and continuing the form. People have been saying whatever they want about Arsenal, they're not playing the same football, but I think Arsenal have evolved. They are much more solid defensively, and I think they have not even hit their fifth gear, and they're still nicely top of the league. They have been really good in the last 2-3 weeks now for me. The way they beat Lens and the football they played in the first 20 minutes, man, wow, man, that was some amazing football from Arsenal, the goals. While Luton Town, they have been good against the big sides, drew against Liverpool, could have got a draw against Tottenham, did well at Stamford Bridge in the first half, and overall they've given a good account of themselves even at Old Trafford. But I think they always start the game badly against big sides. Tottenham could easily have been 3-4-0 up by 20th minute. Liverpool should have won that game. And I think Arsenal at home with Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, Luton Town have really impressed me this season. Wish them the best. They have been far better than Sheffield and Burnley this season in terms of promoted sides. But I think playing Arsenal at home, who are in such a good form, is the worst fixture you want. And I expect Arsenal to start the game really well, get early 2-3 goals, and then just calm down. I'm going with a 4-0 Arsenal win. I just think they're too solid for Luton Town. Many Liverpool fans have been a bit worried that, oh my gosh, Sheffield manager is sacked now. We're going to see a manager bounce. But I don't think they should be afraid because Sheffield, for me, respectfully, are right now the worst side in the league. It's going to take a lot for them to change, man. They're really poor right now. Wish them the best, but they're in really poor confidence. They've also lost to Newcastle 8-0 this season, 5-0 to Arsenal, and losing to Burnley with no disrespect. 5-0 is embarrassing, but I think they can't get worse than what they are. I think manager bounce might be a bit there in terms of performance. I can't see Sheffield get thrashed, considering Liverpool also have to play weekend Premier League fixtures. I don't think they will put that much energy into the game, so I don't see a thrashing. I think Sheffield will put a bit of pride into this match after what happened and the fans' anger. But I think the quality of Liverpool is going to be too much. I think attackingly, Liverpool are, for me, still one of the best side in the league. Defensively, yes, they conceded 3 against Fulham. But even after that, the goals they scored, that they were beautiful. They still have one of the best defensive side in the league. Virgil van Dijk is having a very good season. I think Liverpool are just going to be too much of Sheffield. I'm going with a comfortable 3-1 victory. That's also because I think they'll start resting players as the match goes on. And Sheffield will get 1 goal in between, but the quality will be too much. So I'm going with Sheffield 1, Liverpool 3. One of the toughest fixture for me in this league to predict because a lot of people will go for Fulham victory, a lot of people will go for a draw, or some will even go for Nottingham Forest because both sides have been very unpredictable this season. For Fulham, I think they have been played much better, but they have not got the results desired because I think since I've been saying in my prediction video, I think they have really lost a lot of goals when they lost Mitrovic. But in the recent weeks, they scored 3 against Wolves. They have now scored 3 against Liverpool, and they were really good. But let's also remember, it's easy to play Liverpool in terms of countering them getting goals. But Nottingham Forest, especially with the injuries, I think with no Avinoy, I think Nottingham Forest might be a bit more defensively in this game. And I think that might be a situation where Fulham can struggle. While Nottingham Forest, without Avinoy, themselves are struggling for goals. And they are in a really poor form. They've lost 3 matches in a row now. And if they lost this match, Steve Cooper could be under pressure. Might not be from the City Ground fans, but will be in pressure online and from the owners with the money they have spent. But I think in this match, I can see Nottingham Forest just clinching it because Fulham themselves are not a really good attacking side. Nottingham Forest themselves are also struggling, and a lot depends on Elanga. But I've just got this feeling, I'm being very honest, I've just got this feeling Nottingham Forest under pressure will edge it, and Steve Cooper will pull a bit of defensive masterclass, and they'll get the victory in this game for me. Big draw for Roy Hodgson last game week because Palace have got a very tough fixture list coming up, and Hodgson could be under deep pressure. And I think that was a big draw away to West Ham. They have been suffering themselves a lot of injuries now. Doucouré is out, Eze is out. So they have been suffering a lot this season. To go away at West Ham and get a draw with injuries is a good result. And now they come back at home at Selhurst Park against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, on the other hand, have backed their manager. They did not start the season well, but there was an identity of how they were playing, and now they're reaping the reward. They were not getting enough goals now, but now they're playing some great football. They're getting the goals, but I still believe they don't have enough goals. Palace are very good defensively, but on the other hand, Palace don't have goals as well, and a lot depends on Olise's creativity and Edouard, who is very inconsistent. This is why for me I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Both sides are not that good enough in scoring goals. Crystal Palace are good defensively at home, so I think they won't lose, but I can't see them winning. So I'm going with Crystal Palace 1, Bournemouth 1. One of this week's most exciting fixture, Brighton against Brentford, because I think both these sides are being managed by two really good managers with two good club structures. With the way owners are working, the club is really good. The way both sides are really working with not that much resources, but the way they are going are just a fantastic sides. You go on to Brentford. I think Brentford love to play sides like Brighton in terms of where they can counter with the help of Ryan and Mbeumo, with the players have caught, but problem for Brentford has been that Visa's goal scoring has been a bit inconsistent, but Brentford covered it up by scoring a lot of goals through set pieces. You saw with Ben V against Luton Town, while Brighton, they gave a good accounts against Chelsea with the injuries they've caught, but again, sadly just lost in the end. I still believe attackingly they still have enough players, Mitoma, Ferguson, Pedro, Edingra, Bonote, but in terms of defensively, positive for them is Luis Dunk is back, but still not having proper full backs with no Lamptey, no Estupinan is going to be a problem. And I think Brentford love to play and relish his matches, and I just can't see a loss for Brentford in this game, but I can't see a win as well because they are really struggling in terms of a goal from a striker since Ivan Toney was banned. I can see a 2-2 draw in this game. I think it's going to be a great game. Both sides are going to play good football, and I think there will be nothing to differentiate between them. So I'm going with Brighton 2, Brentford 2. Manchester United visit Chelsea at Old Trafford, a really big game for Erik ten Hag and Mauricio Pochettino. Yes, we won our match against Brighton on Sunday, but let's be honest, that was a very rare win this season, and we have to build momentum now. Even after all the chaos and negativity around United, we are 5 points behind them, and a loss in this game for Chelsea with the money we have spent, we have to be honest, the top 5 could be done. If we lose this game, our top 5 UCL hopes could be done. And see, I'm very calm with Pochettino. I want Chelsea fans to be calm with him as well. But we know once a loss happens, it's just a meltdown in the fan base. While on the other hand, the same for United. I think they need to stick with Ten Hag. But one thing which I'm not like about Ten Hag this season is I just can't see a philosophy with United right now. That's a bit of a problem with Ten Hag. I just can't see a philosophy. And another problem is I think I can't just see what's their recruitment structure right now, the way they are getting players. With Chelsea, I at least see they're going for young players, trying to build for the future. With United right now, it's just miss and match, and I just don't understand what's really going on there. They're a much better side than what they're performing. You see their performances, man, getting easily beaten by Newcastle. Yes, they lost 1-0, but it could have been more. Did not play really well in the previous matches in the league as well. Even against Everton, they did win the match, got good counters goals, but I think overall, they weren't good. And for United, it's a big pressure match because if Chelsea go and get an early goal at Old Trafford, it's going to be a problem for Ten Hag. I think overall, this is a good match for both the sides. Chelsea are not a really high scoring side in terms of we still struggle from open play where we miss easy chances and we are our own worst enemy right now. While United on the other hand, Rashford is not having good season so far. Haaland still very young. All depends on Bruno Fernandes. So the both sides struggle for goals. But one thing Chelsea do like is Chelsea love to play sides where they have a lot of space to work in, and that is where that will be interesting to see what Erik ten Hag does. Will Erik ten Hag try to be a bit more defensive and counter Chelsea, or at Old Trafford will try to take the game to Chelsea that will play into the hands of Pochettino? My prediction for this, being honest, I think Chelsea have just too much quality in the middle of the park with Palmer, with Sterling. I think it's going to be most probably Jackson starting as well, and Chelsea going on even with Mudryk in this game with Enzo Caicedo in the middle. And I think Enzo Caicedo is going to be too much strong for Kobe Mainoo and Amrabat, and I think United leave a lot of space in the middle which Chelsea can really enjoy. So I'm going with narrow 2-1 victory, but I won't be surprised if United also get a 2-1 victory. It's a very tough game to predict, but I'm backing my team and I still believe United for me in this game, characteristically in terms of tactics, are not good enough right now. So I'm going with a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Manchester City right now are going through a very bad form. For the champions, for the treble winners, it's not been a really top season, and Kevin De Bruyne, they missed a lot of creativity since De Bruyne has been out. And now for this game, there's no Rodri, no Grealish. Then you've also got the problem of Doku out for this game, and Manchester City in this game are in massive trouble. And see, being honest, Kovacic, Nunes so far have not hit the ground running, and City are not looking good in midfield right now. Rodri is left isolated, and defensively they are looking all over the place right now. While Aston Villa, they have not done well against sides who are from the bottom of the table, but once they play a bit more better footballing sides, they really love to play that. Ollie Watkins going behind the lines of the opponents, then Moussa Diaby, Leon Bailey, Douglas Luiz making in the middle with the energy they've got. I think Aston Villa will really relish their chances in this match, especially with no Rodri in the midfield for City. I think Villa will relish their chances. I think it's a very tough game for Manchester City. Villa Park with the form Aston Villa have. Watkins making the run in behind City defenses. I think it's going to be a big match for Watkins and Diaby. I just think, to be really honest, I think Aston Villa themselves will play a high line, and I can see Haaland enjoying himself. I can see Bernardo Silva Alvarez enjoying himself, and I can see Manchester City score minimum 2 goals. But I can also see Watkins scoring a brace, and I can just see Aston Villa scoring 3 in this match. City right now defensively are not good, and without Rodri, I think it's going to be too much open. I can't see Pep change his style too much in this game, and that is why I'm going with a narrow Aston Villa 3-2 victory. I respect City a lot, but I think they're going through a tough form. I don't see anything is going to be decided by this match in the title race, but it's going to be a big blow for me, to be honest. Even after the 10-point reduction, Everton did not lose the spirit. They played well against United, but United were clinical. But they went and got a victory at Nottingham Forest, a tough ground, going there and winning 1-0 with a beautiful strike for Dwight McNeil. Now, this is a match where I think they need Calvert-Lewin, but it's a doubt for this game because I think Everton still lack a lot in terms of goals. While Newcastle is just not getting better for them in terms of injury. Really sad for Nick Pope, man, wishing him the best, and they're still suffering with injuries. Gordon is a doubt, but I think he'll start in this game as well. And I think these are the sort of fixtures where I think I want to see Newcastle more this season because they are very good against side where they have to, like, in terms of space is left. But Everton are physical side. Everton are not going to be like Chelsea, are just going to be physically bullied. They're not going to be United with no structure, easily space left behind. They're going to be solid at home at Goodison Park. And I think with players injured as well, Newcastle can't bring a lot from the bench. I can't see Newcastle winning this game. But with Everton also not being a very high scoring side and Calvert-Lewin a doubt, I can't see Everton win as well. I'm just going with a 1-1 because I can just see a tough physical game with both sides happy with the draw in this game. Ange Postecoglou has got a lot of criticism in terms of that he wants to play his own style, but he went away to Etihad Stadium with so much injuries and got a 3-3 draw. And even as a neutral, when I see Tottenham, I see a progress, I see a style of play, I see some great football. It's to Daniel Levy to back him because he's doing a great job at Tottenham Hotspur. And now in this match, Romero back is a big boost. But still, I think Tottenham still have issues for this game because they are playing an opponent who will be happy with 50 passes in the game and scoring 2 goals. That's what West Ham are. West Ham have really struggled against bottom sides in the league because that's where they have to play their football and they're not really good at that under David Moyes. But what they like under David Moyes is countering and being defensively solid. They gave a very poor goal away against Palace, but we saw against Brighton, we saw against Chelsea. They love to play sides where they can counter, and this is why this is going to be a very different test for Ange Postecoglou's men. A match for me where they're going to miss Maddison because West Ham are going to sit back, and I think Tottenham will need to find the spaces at final pass, and they'll very much miss Maddison in this game. And on the other hand, Bowen, Kudus, Pekota, they will miss Antonio a lot, West Ham, but they still have enough attacking quality, enough pace to trouble Tottenham defense without Van de Ven. And I still believe, I think both the sides will cancel each other out. I can see a 2-2 draw in this game with West Ham countering and getting some goals, but Tottenham themselves getting a goal. But Tottenham will dominate the game, had a lot of chances, but without the quality of Maddison, they will just not find the final pass. So that's my prediction. Hopefully you like. Please like, subscribe, and do let me know your prediction in the comments. Thank you.